Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Wonder Snatch. I'm Victoria Wonder Snatch. I'm a drag queen who loves drag, dermatology stuff and LGBTQ stuff. And I want to congratulate our latest winner of All-Star 6 Drag Race, Kylie Sonique Love. Okay, our first trans winner. Okay, I think that's really exciting. So today I had actually a video planned. I wanted to do a video where I follow all the makeup tutorials of all the eliminated queens, okay, to highlight all of the losers of the competition, although, you know, in my book, they're all winners, okay? And also, on top of everything, this is celebrate our first trans winner, I'm gonna go all trans, pink and blue again, okay? And this is really ties into my last video where I interviewed and made over Angele Anang, our very beautiful trans beauty queen here in Singapore, so check that out if you haven't already. And you know, while you're here, why don't you just subscribe to my channel and ring that bell for post notifications, and like this video and share it with some friends, alright? Okay, let's get started. Alright, so I went through all the eliminated queens up to Trinity K. Bonet, and I'm going to use little bits of their makeup tutorials each, things that I always wanted to try or things that I don't usually do, and see whether I can incorporate that into my makeup. Alright, so I'm going to start off first with Silky Nutmeg Ganache, okay? She's talking here about skin prep, okay? And she really preps the skin with lots and lots of stuff, okay? The only thing that she did wrong, I think, was she did not glue down her eyebrows before she did her skin prep, okay? And this, if you do that, can actually lead to the glue getting all clumpy and dissolving, okay? So you get these really crunchy eyebrows. So I'm going to actually block my brows first before I do everything, alright? So I'm just gonna do that quickly. Alright, so brows are gone, and now I'm just gonna prep my skin, super prep my skin, just like Silky. Silky really turned the party this time, didn't she? She was eliminated like the third, okay? I'm using this aqueous cream, which is really cheap moisturizer, okay? Just plump up the skin. At the time, all her interviews, all her exit interviews, she was saying how she was so conscious about the fandom and how she was coming across, and she wanted to rehabilitate her annoying presence, so she held back and everything, and that actually cost her in the challenge, right? When she did not shine in the acting challenge. Once I secured the blur, so even more primer and moisturizer, so I'm super prepping my skin so it would look really juicy and glowy. And of course, the game within the game, I was totally wrong, okay? Remember I said the game within the game was going to be really disappointing, but actually it wasn't. It was super exciting. It was like fighting their way, clawing their way back into the competition. And Silky, of course, won like 6 lip syncs. And really, I think, as they were saying, her booking fee just went up and up and up every time she won one, okay? That was a real redemption, okay? And she's capitalizing on this moment. She's selling lots of merch. She's got a cooking book, lots of merch and everything, and everyone's been Venmoing her. Apparently, she was Venmoed like tens of thousands of dollars just from that weekend alone, okay? So she did really well, and that was a great redemption, okay? Because in her original season, she kept saying that she was ready to lip sync and everything, but she was always really messy on stage. But this time, it kind of worked in her favor. She had really good gags and everything, every single lip sync, okay? She had the flag, the half and half thing for the Barbie girl. She really did well, okay? So, and although she didn't make it the top 5, she really won the season, okay, in her own book, okay? I think she's really gone down in history as one of the more legendary queens now, as RuPaul has said. Okay, so that's not the end. She also preps with this Fix Plus with the gold flakes in it. I happen to one of these. The problem with this is that I don't like the nozzle. Okay, Fix Plus. And then she goes in with Illuminator as well. So I'm going to use my Dolce & Gabbana Illuminator on all the high points of the face. Work that into the skin. Okay, and then she color corrects, but you know, I don't really need to, because I'm hairless wonder. So that's the Silky bit. For the other queens, Trinity says she does not moisturize or even prep her skin, okay? That's quite shocking. I think that's going to be something that comes out in what Jiggly says next. Okay, so Jiggly's the next, okay? And Jiggly does her concealer. Okay, so Jiggly Caliente, she does these huge concealer triangles here with kimchi, so I'm going to do the same. She has another tip, is wash your brushes. I wash my brushes every single time I do my makeup, okay? So everything, it's completely clean every single time. I'm like washing them really religiously. I cannot stand having dirty brushes. I mean, face brushes are okay. I mean, if it's just dusting off powder, I wash this like once a month. But most of my eye brushes and everything else, I do wash every single time. And Jiggly's really shady here, where she says you get bumps on your face, okay? Like you get breakouts if you don't do that. And I think she's actually referring to Trinity, okay? Because in the beginning of the season, Trinity had really cystic acne, okay? It improved a lot by the end of the season, but you could see that Trinity had an issue with her skin at the beginning. I was wondering what that was. See all these like really subcutaneous lumps under the face. I think that was cystic acne. And she does these huge concealer triangles. And Jiggly Caliente was another one which I actually put in my top. Okay, I was so excited to see her again. She was one of my favorite queens. Although she was really, really messy in season 4, she really, I just loved her name. I love she was Asian. She looked so bizarre, okay, in her confessionals at the time, you know, with her receding hairline and everything. And then her transformation was amazing. I always love to see Jiggly transform on the runway. And this time she came back as a fully realized version of herself because she has transitioned, okay, and now she's Bianca. And she's had a great acting career. She was in Pose and everything, so I was really excited to see her. Unfortunately, her outfits weren't the best, okay? I did see a lot of the stuff that she posted. It wasn't really up there. She even was going to do this tropical JLo thing, which both Jan and Ginger Minch did, okay? But I don't think Jiggly's was the best either, so I don't think she would have done very much more to get further in the competition. And she goes in with the rest of the foundation. I'm just going to go in with my usual. Okay, during the lip syncs, during the game within the game, Jiggly did manage to beat Serena ChaCha. Although actually I thought Serena ChaCha's lip sync was more interesting, okay? She had different moves and she had different energy than Jiggly, which I thought was actually quite refreshing. In all these Drag Race makeup tutorials, they never show the products. I think they don't want to do any product placement because they know they can sell that. They don't want to be promoting any makeup products, so you can't really tell what some of them are using. But you have a rough idea. Okay, for example, yeah, you could tell that Jiggly was using kimchi concealer. Okay, need to get the hairs out of the way. When Jiggly also says to moisturize your lips. It's definitely something I should be doing more of too. My lips get really, really dry. Actually, I have quite dry skin. So yeah, this prepping thing really, really works. So I'm using my friend Tuani's lip balm. Contouring with my Juvia's Shade Stick Abidjan. Yeah, so although Jiggly didn't win, she did win over some people in public win. People were so excited to see her. And she got her name back into, you know, the Drag Race consciousness. I'm pretty sure she's going to be doing quite a lot of interesting things. Hopefully. Okay, I'm going to use Aberdeen to cut the cheek a little bit. Pop the highlights a little bit more. And then I'm going to contour the nose with the same. And Jiggly has another tip here for contouring the nose, okay? She contours this entire part here to make the nose look a bit upturned. So I'm going to try that too today. So it reaches a point there, okay? And then she also contours down here. So I usually do paint my nostrils black, okay, to make it look a bit more pointed. Let's see whether this helps to make a little bit more difference. I'm gonna do my brows off camera really quickly, powder all this, and be back with Jan. Alright, I'm back, okay? I've got some translucent powder there and I'm priming my eyes with some Gerard Cosmetics. Okay, Jan's eye makeup is something I've always wanted to try. Okay, she's got this really, really amazing blend and she has some good tips, okay? So it's a blue ball look. My friend Elena Glam just did a whole video on that too, so check that out. So Jan says you gotta use fluffy brushes, the fluffiest brushes. So usually the kind of brushes I like to use are these kind of like packing brushes, but Jan likes to use these fluffy brushes. So I'm gonna try to use fluffy brushes today. Okay, let's see, different sizes. Got some new brushes from Makeup by Ariel too. Morphe and Makeup by Ariel, so I'll try those. Okay, so it's going to be, I think a pink into blue. So I'm going to try my new BH Cosmetics palettes, okay? Really, really nice monochromatic palettes. I'm going to try these pink first, okay? This one called Carnival on a fluffy brush, just like Jan says, and pack it on.
Because this is our lightest shade, and we're going to use this
Okay,
shade.
Jan unfortunately did not do that amazing. She definitely was so upset about being eliminated. She was probably a bit fresh off her season, and you know, she's got this personality which I think World of Wonder just loves to annoy. At least they gave her that win for the Lady Gaga impersonation. She was really, really good in that. Nice blushy blend, look at that. Okay, so there's circular motions and packing. Okay, up to about half there. And then Jan does a very rounded eye and brings it in quite early. So So I'm going to use a different fluffy brush now. And I'm going to use the blue, that blue there called Chili, on the outer. Okay, the trick is getting this deep enough for drag. Yeah, so Jan has this very, very peppy personality, and she is, unfortunately, yeah, they just love to play with her and taunt her. And she does wear her heart on her sleeve, so I guess that makes for good TV, but she's got quite a lot of support, I think, so I think she'll be okay. I think she's going to be on tour with Trinity K. Bonet, where they're going to do Lady Gaga and Beyonce. Probably do some telephone, I think. Okay, see, so pink and blue. This blue is so pigmented, look at that. This pastel blue. It's gorgeous. We need to, though light, medium, and darks, probably use the same fluffy brush. I need a darker pink. So I'm going to go into this BH Cosmetics Love 80s. It's a bit crumbled there, but I'm going to use, I think, this pink called Love Shack. It's a neon. And put that right under this pink. Packs a punch. Yeah, I bought a whole bunch of these BH Cosmetics palettes once they came back in stock because my friend Becca the Bus said they're really, really good, and they are. They're quite gorgeous. And for the blue, I'm going to have to deepen it with a little bit of bubbles. I think I want to make sure this part in here blends a little bit more. So I'm going to give that a little bit of a lilac. Okay, so confection here works really well. I'm going to use the same brushes I used for the pink, and using confection from the Cotton Candy palette, just tapping it in between here. Okay, just tapping it in between there. Okay, and now I'm going to use my flat fluffy brush. I'm going to use Light and Airy, which is deeper purple. I'm going to use this to blend both the pink and the blue in the crease. Okay, so that deepens up the crease a little bit. Pastel shades are difficult for drag because it can come off very light, okay, and you don't get enough dimension and all the blackness and depth that you need to change your face. So you need to be able to pick the right colors. Now these brushes blend amazing. Okay, bring it to the inner corner. Going back into the pink, make sure the pink stands out. I think I will have to use some of this single scoop, which is this navy, just to pack on this outer corner. Trying to keep Jan's eye shape. Okay, still using really fluffy brushes. Okay, and now I cut the crease. Trusty P. Louis. This is going to be the white bit.
So we're going to start a little bit just outside of our inner corner.
Half-cut crease a la Jan.
Kind of stop over here because we're going to just...
The thing about my face shape is that I have this really heavy brow bone, so I can't really do a lot of the shapes that most girls can do if they're really, really flat. They can just draw really nice creases, but you know, whenever I draw a big crease, it kind of like goes back like, oh shit. Face tips today are not cooperating. Okay, I'm just gonna fix that up and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm a bit of a sweaty Betty today, so I needed to put some spirit gum to keep that on. Okay, so next is Jan also. Jan does a really, really high liner, like that. It goes all the way up. Okay, and she brings it to the middle of her pupil. Like that. And you can see why that might not work for me, because I have this bone there, which makes everything curve like that. I don't really like that. So that's why I usually bring my wing out either this way, or I have to cover up my whole eye. Yeah, Jan has a really amazing voice. I really hope we get to see her on Broadway soon. And then she does a very thin line in front. So there's no black in these BH Cosmetics palettes. I'm going to go in my Sensorium. Okay, and what Jan does here, she blends it all into the crease. Okay, so I will do that too with my going in with the navy from the single scoop. Just blending the black onto the crease. Blend this into bubbles. Okay, and now I'm going to use Serena ChaCha's tip, okay? What Serena ChaCha does, she just uses a shimmer, okay? A shimmer shadow on the lid, and then using that as a glitter base to pack on glitter, okay? So I'm going to use Twirl from the Cotton Candy. And I'm gonna go in with my BH Cosmetics Loose Glitter. This one is called Superstar. It's a pink glitter, and I'm gonna pack that on. Okay, yeah, so Serena ChaCha, I don't think anyone expected her to go very far. But there has been some controversies with her. I was quite supporting her at the beginning too, but she was quite shady on quite a lot of things, okay? For one, Akira's wig, and then another one, I follow this Facebook group called Drag Buyers Beware, and a lot of people have been posting stuff there about Serena ChaCha scamming them, you know, not coming through on orders, doing shoddy work and everything like that. So I think I'm gonna reserve judgment for now about Serena ChaCha. I really wish her luck, okay, in her wig business, but I think it needs to maybe take a step back and see whether she's taking on a bit too much than she can handle. Okay, so that's very pink and blue. Let's take these off. Okay, I'm going to contour my face. Not a lot of them have very good contour tips. I'm just going to use my usual regular contour. And right now I'm really loving the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro contour as well. Shading the bottom of my nose just like Jiggly does. Jan has another tip here. Jan says to set the inner corners of the face with a peach colored setting powder, okay, to brighten the inner corners. Let's see whether that helps. So I have this Morphe setting powder in brightening pink. I don't usually use a lot of pink setting powder, but I guess this is a peach setting powder. Just going to use this to set the middle of my face. Okay. Was a little bit cakey though. Now for the under eye. Under eye I think I'm going to do pink and blue the opposite way. Let's try that. I'm going to try to figure out this under eye off camera. I'll be right back to do highlight and blush a la Jiggly. Alright, my eyes are looking a bit 80s, very pink and blue. Now I'm going to go into my cheeks, okay? So I'm going to do my blush and highlight. Jiggly says she uses 2 blushes and 2 highlights to give this really, you know, a lot of things going on in the face. So I'm going to try that. Okay, so for my blush, I'm just going to continue this pink blush going down. The same really neon blush from the 80s palette. Higher up here. Using shadow as blush. And I'm going to mix it a bit with my clown blush, this carousel. Put it up here. Alright, and 2 highlighters. I'm going to be using my 2 Kaleidos highlighters. One is a pinkish one called Star Surfer. Okay, and then the other one is a Space Age Prophecy, which is really iridescent. Blinding. Alright, for lips I'm going to go in with Scarlet Envy, Akira C. Davenport, and Trinity K. Bonet. Okay, all of them line their lips first. Okay, Scarlet Envy has been doing what I usually do, which is line black lips, okay, and then lip gloss. Akira broke her lip liner, okay, so she had to use eyeshadow to line her lips, and that's what Trinity K. Bonet does too. I'm not really keen on using eyeshadow to line my lips because that can, you know, give a very harsh edge. Okay, so I'm going to use my angled brush for that. And to line my lips, I guess I need a real dark shade. Okay, so I'll be lining my lips with black, okay, a la Scarlet Envy, but using eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using my black from my Sensorium palette because I'm kind of used to like drawing my lips with my lip liner with the pointed edge, but using shadow is going to be really different. Let's go for it.
So if you ever lose your eyebrow pencil, your lip liner, just put it on with a little shadow. You can take your concealer and spread that on your lip. This is actually my eye primer.
Not bad. But you know, I don't know why people would do this because lip liner is so much easier. And Trinity K. Bonet actually fills that in with concealer. Okay, so she's using an eye primer on her lips. So I will do the same.
You don't want to know about lip primer, eye primer.
Okay, so the whole lip in shadow. I'm gonna go back to the same colors, so pink and blue.
And get a little bit more shadow. I'm gonna do my lip in the shadow too.
Will I look crazy with upper pink and lower blue. What the hell? Since it is a trans flag after all, and this blue from the bubblegum palette is really lovely. I guess that's pretty trans flag. I'm just going to deepen up the edges there with a bit of the single scoop. So ombre that a little bit. Okay, so I'm just ombreing it a little bit more with darker pinks and blues. Okay, my face does look a bit like Jan's, doesn't it? I guess it worked. Okay, and I'm just gonna pop a little bit of a white, just right in the middle. All right. Okay, yeah, so Trinity K. Bonet, she did quite well. Okay, she really redeemed herself from the season as well. Amazing Beyonce, and but you know, her attitude in the entire season wasn't great. Okay, she just was so down on herself. She even voted herself out during the superlatives challenge. Okay, I don't think RuPaul would have ever crowned her with that kind of attitude. Okay, it's defeatist, and I mean it's a personality. So, but you know, I don't think that would have boded well for the franchise. Okay, Accuracy Davenport, she kind of like didn't come back for the lip sync. I think maybe she knew that she wanted to give Silky the chance, and she really came to show what she showed. And I think there were a lot of things online saying that, you know, people kind of knew that she wasn't going to win, okay, and she knew that she wasn't going to win, so there was no point. And the judges were judging her quite harshly as well, okay, they weren't really seeing the amazing artistry she brought onto the runway, okay. And Scarlet Envy, of course, Scarlet Envy is so beautiful. Okay? Her makeup is really stunning. I think she also showed a lot of things. I really liked her jeweled lip runway, okay, when she did that all beigey nude kind of a frilly dress with a jeweled lip. That was so gorgeous. Okay. And now for the last bits, it's Jiggly Caliente. Okay, she does jewels right on the tip of her nose and in the eyes, and I'm gonna use these to add some white, okay, for the trans flag to my eyes. So Jiggly says that when she does this, people say that she looks like a motion capture person with all the dots on the face.
Actually, at one gig, Manila said I look like a mocap. Like one of those people that kind of like that have to do CGI on their face.
So I'm just going to throw on some finishing touches and I'll be back with the finished look, okay, and a wrap up. And I didn't mention very much of the top 4 this time. I'm just here to celebrate Kylie Sonique Love in her trans colors. All right, and yeah, I'll be right back. And this is the finished look. Pink and blue realness, executive realness to celebrate Kylie Sonique Love winning All-Star 6. Congratulations, Kylie. I think you'll be an amazing winner. It's high time that a trans winner wins Drag Race, okay? I think this really opens up to everybody else, so cisgendered people, maybe even straight men being on Drag Race. What do you think about that? Alright, so if you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell for post notifications, okay? This wig I've been saving for a long time. It's by my friend Salome Black, okay? I was going to use it for an event last year, but it got cancelled, so I guess I'm wearing it now. Ooh, very nice. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, and do you like my pink and blue nails? Trans flag nails, pink and blue. Ugh. Check out these other videos I made about trans issues. I did a video about trans history of Singapore, and also I did a video quite a long time ago about Disclosure, the Netflix series about trans representation in the media. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye.